Darood, dear listeners. I'm Sindokt, and welcome to another heart-rending episode of Echoes of Persia. Our journey has taken us from the first kings in the First Crown, from Kayumars to Jamshid, through the darkness and triumph in Justice Triumphant, the fall of Zahak and rise of Fereydun. In our last episode, Fereydun fulfilled the ancient prophecy by defeating Zahak and imprisoning him in Mount Damavand, bringing justice and freedom to Iran. As peace returned, Fereydun sought brides for his 3 sons, leading his advisor to Yemen. Today, we witness how even the wisest of decisions can lead to tragedy. Fereydun divided his vast empire among his 3 sons. But as we'll learn, power has a way of turning brother against brother, and the seeds of jealousy, once planted, grow into trees bearing bitter fruit. If you're ready to experience this tale of brotherhood, betrayal, and the price of power, please subscribe to our channel and join us for one of Persian mythology's most poignant stories. After the wedding celebrations ended, Fereydun unveiled his greatest plan, the division of the known world into 3 kingdoms. Like a master craftsman revealing his finest work, the great king drew forth the map of his empire, dividing it into 3 perfect portions.
The world before us shall be 3, each portion fitted to its prince's nature.
To Salm, his first son, Fereydun granted the lands of Rome and the West, where the sun sets in golden splendor.
Take the western lands and Rome. Let your wisdom guide these ancient realms.
With chosen warriors at his command, Salm marched west to claim his land. The Western King, they called him there, as he ascended glory's stair. To Toor, his second son, he gave the lands of Turan and China, the vast steppes where warrior nomads roamed.
The lands of Turan and China are yours. Rule the brave horsemen of the steppes with strength.
See how the nobles shower him with jewels, hailing him as Lord of Turan. The warrior peoples find their perfect king. But for Iraj, his youngest and most beloved son, Fereydun had chosen the heart of his empire.
To you, Iraj, I grant Iran itself, the crown jewel of all lands, the throne of ivory, the golden crown, and the lands of the spear-wielders are yours.
And so it was done. 3 princes, 3 kingdoms, 3 destinies, each suited to its ruler's nature, each powerful in its own right. Yet, remember, when one divides power, one also sows the seeds of rivalry. Before we speak of brothers' fall, remember how it was in the beginning. In ancient Iran, the passing of power from father to son was sacred as fire itself. The eldest traditionally received the father's blessing, yet wisdom could overrule age. In Salm Western Palace, where Roman columns met Persian domes, Salm's discontent grew like shadow at sunset. Each morning brought new reasons for bitterness.
Today we received another letter from Iran. It seems my younger brother has opened new trade routes to India. The wealth of nations flows through his hands, while we—
My lord speaks truth. Is it not written that the eldest should inherit the father's greatest treasure?
My husband, your face grows darker with each passing season. What thoughts poison your peace?
Each night I dream of Iran's golden throne. I see my father's error more clearly with each dawn. The western lands are rich, yes, but they're not the heart of empire.
The markets buzz with news from Iran. They say young Iraj has reduced the taxes while building grand new cities. The people sing his name in the streets. Our soldiers whisper, my lord. They wonder why we guard empire's edges while its heart beats for another.
Meanwhile, in his eastern realm, Toor watched reports of Iran's prosperity with growing rage. The warrior king of Turan and China felt the same wound in his pride.
See how my arrows strike true, yet my younger brother needs no bow, he rules from a cushioned throne.
The dragon of the east should not bow to the lamb of the center. Your father forgets, soft hands cannot hold hard power.
The nomad chiefs whisper that their true king lives in Iran. Shall we endure such shame?
The spirits are restless, great king. They speak of brother's blood and father's tears.
At the border of their realms, where ancient mountains touch heaven's vault, the brothers met in secret council.
Brother of the sunrise lands, your face mirrors my thoughts as the moon mirrors the sun.
And your heart beats with my rage as thunder echoes lightning. Our father has planted a tree watered with our shame.
We must move like serpents, silent until the strike. First, we send words wrapped in silk, hiding steel beneath.
My warriors thirst for action. Why waste time with words when our swords speak true?
Great kings consider, brothers' blood spilled cannot be gathered again.
For 3 days and nights, they searched for the perfect messenger. Each candidate was tested in wit and wisdom. They sought one with a serpent's tongue, but a lion's memory, one who could make poison taste sweet while remembering every whispered word.
My lords, I served in Iran's court. I know its weaknesses.
Let me speak to the great king. My words will cut deeper than any sword.
How shall I present your concerns to the King of Kings?
The sacred flames burn low tonight. They speak of brother's betrayal and father's sorrow. The stars align as they did when Jamshid fell. Heaven itself trembles at what approaches. 3 branches of one tree turn against each other. The youngest shall fall first, but his blood shall water a mighty forest.
As these dark plots unfold, in Iran, young Iraj sleeps peacefully, unaware that his brother's jealousy will soon shatter the peace their father built over a lifetime. How swift the fall from love to hatred's night, when brother turns from brother, wrong from right. The crown that father split to keep peace whole now plants the seeds of tragedy untold. As Salm's messenger returned to Fereydun's court, the air grew heavy with destiny's weight. The great king, his hair now white as mountain snow, called for his youngest son.
My son, your warrior brothers march from east and west. Their hearts burn with jealousy's fire. Their hands reach for swords.
See how the young prince listens, his face calm as a mountain lake, while storm clouds gather.
The stars have cursed them with joy in evil deeds. Their kingdoms are like thirsty beasts, bred on harshness. A brother remains brotherly only while you wear the crown. When your face pales in death, he will not linger by your bedside.
How bitter the words from a father's lips, warning his youngest of his eldest's treachery.
If you value your life, prepare for war. Open the treasury, gather your army. If you wait for lunch, they'll have you for dinner.
In this moment, Iraj revealed the true depth of his wisdom. His response would be remembered as long as Persian tales are told.
Beloved father, consider how time passes like wind over us. Why should the wise man grieve? Time withers the red Argavan flower, dims the bright eyes of the soul. Life begins with treasure and ends with pain, followed by departure from this temporary home. When our bed is earth and our pillow clay, why plant a tree today whose fruit is only hatred?
Such wisdom from one so young. He sees beyond the crown's gold to life's deeper truths.
Many crowned heads has the earth seen and will see. The noble kings of old never chose the path of hatred. With your permission, Father, I will not answer evil with evil. I need no crown, no throne, no army. I will go to them alone and say, "O my brothers, precious as my body and soul, why harbor such anger against the King of earth? Hold not such hope in this passing world. Remember what became of Jamshid."
My wise son, while you seek peace, they seek war. Light cannot be expected from darkness.
See how the father's heart tears, proud of his son's wisdom, yet terrified for his life.
Your answer befits your noble heart, choosing love over hatred. But when a precious life is placed in a dragon's mouth, what can come but poisonous venom?
Despite his father's fears, Iraj remained steadfast in his choice.
I will show them that a brother's heart holds only love. Better to die speaking peace than live bearing sword.
If this is your choice, my son, take a small escort. I will write to your brothers, though my heart trembles to see you go. My eyes clear now see you whole and healthy. Will they ever do so again?
Watch how the great king's hand trembles, not from age, but from the weight of words that must bridge an ocean of hatred.
In the name of the Creator, who was, is, and ever shall be, to the two bright suns risen high, two warrior kings, two precious stones in the crown of nobility.
See how he chooses each word like a jeweler selecting perfect gems. Every phrase must shine, every sentence must soothe.
Your Majesty, perhaps stronger words would better serve. Your elder sons speak the language of swords.
No! Listen to how I remind them of their glory. You who wield heavy mace and sharp blade, you who make bright the crowns of champions.
Such mastery. He turns their pride from weapon to shield, making their own greatness the reason for peace. Through the night, Fereydun crafted his appeal, weaving wisdom with love, strength with humility.
Your brother, who you claim has wounded your hearts, though he has never caused you the slightest breeze of harm, comes now seeking only to ease your pain, yearning for the sight of your faces.
How skillfully he presents Iraj's mission, making submission seem like strength, surrender like victory. Notice how he reminds them of proper order. Though he is younger in years, the nurturing of the young is proper to nobility. He teaches without seeming to teach. Each word carries weight of tradition. When he speaks of proper to nobility, he invokes ancient codes of honor that even kings must obey.
Keep him with honor, feast with joy, and when some days have passed in brotherhood's warmth, send him back to me, crowned with your love.
The stars tremble at such hope against hope. Can words of love truly turn aside swords of hatred? As dawn painted the sky, preparations began for Iraj's journey.
Father, your words are stronger than armies. They will reach the brothers I remember, not the strangers they've become.
So few gods. When a prince travels to foreign lands.
I travel as a brother, not a prince. Trust and love shall be my shield and sword.
O Creator, let my words find the hearts of my elder sons. Let them remember the days when 3 brothers played in these very gardens.
And so Iraj departed, carrying his father's carefully crafted words, a paper shield against steel swords. With him rode only a small company of young and old, just enough to honor custom without suggesting threat. Innocent of their dark thoughts, Iraj approached his brother's camp. They rode out to meet him with all the ceremony tradition demanded. Watch how the armies merge. 3 princes, 3 standards, 3 destinies about to collide. The princes unite, Salm of the West, Toor of the East, welcome their brother, Iraj of Iran. 3 faces met, 2 masks concealing rage, 1 shining with genuine love.
My brothers, how my heart has yearned for this moment.
Welcome, younger brother. The miles between us have been too many.
The family circle is complete again.
But something unexpected began to happen. As the armies mingled, all eyes were drawn to Iraj. Look at him. Nobility sits on him like a second skin. He truly seems born to wear the crown. They say he rules with wisdom in Iran. Perhaps father's choice wasn't so strange. Salm, watching from the edges of the crowd, saw how his own soldiers looked at his younger brother. His heart, already dark with jealousy, filled with murderous rage.
Did you see how they looked at him? Our own armies are falling under his spell.
Even now he steals what's ours. First our father's love, then our inheritance, now our soldiers' loyalty.
Brother, count how many pairs of eyes followed him today. Count how many whispered that he alone deserves the crown. My heart was already split about Iran. Now these doubts multiply.
If we don't pull this root from the earth now, he'll grow to overshadow us both.
My lords, consider. He comes in peace, bearing your father's blessing.
Leave us. This is brother's business.
Through the night, in a tent cleared of all witnesses, 2 brothers plotted against the 3rd. Outside, the army slept, unaware that dawn would bring tragedy. While stars wheeled overhead in heaven's dance, 2 brothers chose the path of bloody chance. Their hearts, once whole in childhood's golden days, now shattered by ambition's poisoned ways. The night spirits weep, seeing what approaches. When brother turns against brother, even the stars hide their faces. As the sun lifted night's veil and dawn washed sleep from the world, 2 brothers arose with hearts burning for a deed that would shame even the morning light. The morning star wept silver tears, knowing what the day would bring. while innocence still sweetly slept. Dark hearts plotted murder's spring. When Iraj saw his brothers approaching his tent, his pure heart leapt with joy. He ran to meet them, love shining in his eyes.
Welcome, my brothers. How blessed is this morning that brings you to me.
Why do you wear the crown of greatness when you are youngest born? Should Iran and the Kiani throne be yours while I stand as a servant at the Turk's door?
And I, the eldest, must struggle in the west, while you rest easy on the throne of gold?
In this moment, Iraj's true nobility shone forth, bright as the morning star.
My beloved brothers, if you seek your heart's desire, seek peace. I want neither Iran nor China nor the West. I desire no realm whose end is darkness. What is greatness worth when its end is dust? Even if the high heavens raise your saddle, your pillow will still be made of clay in the end.
But Toor's face darkened with lines of rage. Truth held no value in his corrupted heart. He seized the golden chair, rage transforming his face.
Brother, do you not fear God? Have you no shame before our Father? Don't make yourself a murderer. I will disappear to a corner of the world, content with simplicity. Why bind your waist with the belt of fratricide? Why burn our aged father's heart?
Toor's answer came not in words, but in steel. His water-blue dagger sought his brother's pure heart. The cypress fell. Its royal waist was broke, while blood stained bright the cheeks of dawn's first stroke. O world, you nursed him tender at your breast, then gave no shelter when he sought your rest. In final mockery, they filled the severed head with musk and ambergris, sending it to their aged father with cruel words.
Here is the head of your beloved one, to whom you gave the ancient crown. Crown him now if you wish. Your shade-giving tree has fallen.
And so, dear listeners, we've witnessed how the bonds of brotherhood can be shattered by jealousy and ambition. From Fereydun's well-intentioned division of his empire to the tragic end of noble Iraj, we've seen how even the wisest attempts at fairness can lead to devastating consequences. The tale of these three brothers, Salm with his western kingdom, Toor with his eastern realm, and gentle Iraj with Iran itself, teaches us that true nobility lies not in the crowns we wear, but in the hearts we carry. Join us in our next episode as we witness how an aged father responds to his youngest son's murder, and how the seeds of vengeance once planted will grow into a conflict that will shape the destiny of nations for generations to come. If this tragic tale has moved you, please support our journey through Persian mythology by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Until next time, this is Sindoct, reminding you that the true measure of nobility lies not in the kingdoms we rule, but in the wisdom we carry in our hearts.